Hey YouTube, in today's video I'll be reviewing more GPO player suggestions for Grand Peace Online. I'm getting these suggestions from the official GPO Discord server in the channel called Suggestions. Anyone can submit suggestions here, so if you want to be featured in one of my videos, then this is a good place to post your suggestions. Alternatively, you can leave them in my comment section below as I read every comment. Alright, let's get right into the suggestions. So the first suggestion is from a user called Apparitions, and he suggests that more guns should be added. I agree with this. However, I think a better idea would be to add a gun fighting style, similar to one sword style but for guns. I think in a lot of ways guns and katanas in game are similar but at the same time opposites. Katanas in game have little range but good melee attacks and good melee damage, whereas guns have good range attacks but are terrible when it comes to close range, as they cannot be used to M1. So the best solution in my eyes would be to create a fighting style that helps to make up for the weakness of guns. This fighting style can involve barrage attacks, close range block break stuns, and other useful moves that would complement the guns in game well. However, to focus more on the idea of adding new guns, I think the machine gun that is shown already in sneak peeks would be a great addition to the game, as it could be useful in PvE fights to get off quick damage on an opponent, especially for fruitless users. The second suggestion is from a user called Ultimate, and he suggests that the crew system in game should be fixed. He also claims that the reason it's not being fixed is laziness. I do not agree with this. I think the reason why crews have not been fixed is twofold. The first is that there have actually been bugs that are preventing it from working, and the second reason is that it is currently being reworked. While I do not know the specifics, I have reason to believe that the crew system is being reworked from the ground up. This, as you may expect, takes quite a long time and would explain the delay on the fix. If we disregard Ultimate's claim that the devs are lazy, as I think they're actually the complete opposite, I think they are working very hard to create content for the game, then this suggestion is okay, as fixing crews is definitely something that I would like to see happen. The third suggestion is from Rel, who suggests that PvP should be toggleable in public servers. I think the suggestion is bad, as I think it undermines a core part of the game, and that is open world PvP. Since its release, open world PvP and crew wars have been a core part of GPO's gameplay, and to give people permanent protection would undermine this. On top of this, safe zones are already in the game, and this would render them practically useless. This next suggestion is from a user called DLives, and they suggest that more boat customization options should be added. I completely agree with this. GPO ships have been kind of bland for a while now, and a good solution to this would be to add more customization options to things like galleons. On top of offering players more customization options, this could also be used as a new use for Peli in the game. Buying expensive cool new ship parts for your ship could be a great use of Peli. The next suggestion is from a user called Bankai OVA, and they suggest that stat resets should cost Peli. I think this is a great idea, as it would really minimize the cost of having fun in the game. A lot of people enjoy and find fun in switching between fruits and trying out new builds, but simply cannot afford to pay Robux every single time. Codes are also somewhat rare and often delayed, so making a way for players to get stat point resets without having to pay Robux would be great for players who cannot afford or do not want to spend as much Robux just to play with new builds. I personally dislike the system of having players pay Robux for stat point resets, especially when they're such a core part of many anime games today, and I could understand if GPO was free, but it's pay to play, yet you still have all these in-game purchases. Fortunately, with the way things are going, stat point resets will likely be tradable soon. The final suggestion that I want to talk about is from a user called Luke, who suggests that a new use of Peli in the form of being used to increase the health of Krakens and players' sea beasts would be a great idea. This would in turn make them last longer as they lose health over time. The first thing that came to my mind after reading this solution is Kraken and sea beast armor. No, not player armor, but rather armor for the actual sea beast or Kraken. Now perhaps this could be sold by an NPC in game, and different levels of armor could cost a certain amount of Peli, and this armor could then be equipped onto the sea beast or Kraken and would buff their health. Overall, I think this could be a really cool use of Peli, and maybe there could be some sort of gathering mechanic involved in obtaining this new armor. I definitely agree that Peli should play a part though, as it would give it more use in game. Alright, that's where I'm going to end today's video. If you enjoyed this video and you want to support my channel, then please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. Also, make sure to leave a comment down below sharing your thoughts on the suggestions that I reviewed today. With that out of the way, I hope you guys have a great day, evening, whatever time it is you guys, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Bye guys.